The Epic Adventures of Captain Underpants. So, this is a Netflix original animation by DreamWorks, and it's based off the books. And DreamWorks did a movie, I think a couple of years back, which was pretty decent. I enjoyed it. So, if you don't know what the concept of this series is, two boys named George and Harold. They're just kind of your average boys who like fart jokes and stuff like that, and love making comic books. They hypnotize their principal, Mr. Crump, to becoming a superhero called Captain Underpants, who's the principal pretty much just with underwear and a red cape, essentially, and he does have powers. So this series kind of follows their adventures, so to say, as George and Harold, they go to school, and pretty much every day a teacher or someone kind of messes with them and kind of makes life miserable. And a way to relieve stress, they draw a comic book, and for whatever reason, every time they draw a comic book, the comic book somewhat comes true. So that's pretty much the episodes, how the episodes go. There's usually some kind of antagonist, usually a new teacher or faculty member who kind of ruins the kids or the boys' lives and is just horrible, like trying to give them extra homework, or is a horrible gym teacher. And eventually they end up becoming real monsters like the comics that Harold and George drew about them. And they have to summon Captain Underpants, and Captain Underpants defeats them. And then he gets wet by water, which makes him revert back to the principal, and that's the end of the episode. So I have to say, at first I really didn't care for this series. I went into it, and there's a lot of problems that I had with it. Like, the pacing was off. I'm not a big fan of this type of humor, which is kind of toilet humor, farce jokes and everything like that. But as I went on watching it, the more and more episodes, it started to grow on me. I can't say that I ended up loving it or I thought it was amazing, but by the end of it, I did enjoy it. There were some good episodes, and it was fairly creative. Like I said, my main problem is that it's just not up my humor alley. Like, a lot of the jokes and stuff, I don't find funny. I know a lot of people will, so that's good, but personally, I did not find it funny. There's also not a lot of great supporting characters. There were some interesting ones that never really came back, like Mr. E. Like, you saw him in the background, but I wish he was a bigger supporting character. Some of the other supporting characters were just kind of annoying. Like, I think there's this girl called Jessica who has a big thing of hair, and instead of saying hair, she says har, and I think that's her joke, pretty much, that she has big hair and says har instead of hair. She kind of somewhat disappears towards the later series, or the later episodes. Not completely disappeared, she's still there, but in the beginning, the classmates are a bigger part. But as it went on, it kind of seemed like they were just kind of small bit players instead of supporting characters, which I guess they were lacking. The main characters were George and Harold, Mr. Crump as Captain Underpants, and this kid named Melvin, pretty much. And then they just kind of have the villain of the day, I guess you could say. Because, like I said, either a faculty member or teacher ended up transforming into some kind of monster, and then Captain Underpants had to defeat him. So, I guess that's mostly the problems I had with it. Like I said, it just not my humor. That was the main problem. But, like I said, as I went on, I did start enjoying it more. I thought the toilet humor was probably going to get worse as it went on, but it wasn't too bad, in all honesty. Not as bad as some old cartoons from the 90s, like Ren and Stimpy. It was nowhere near that bad. I think the worst thing that I saw, or that kind of grossed me out, was the boys give Mr. Crump this thing of old guacamole, or disgusting guacamole. It's rotten, and he eats it because he loves guacamole, and even though he knows it's bad, he's just like, I can't help it, I'm going to eat it. And he eats it while he's in his office, and the two kids are in front of him because he's, yelling at them, and he just starts puking it up all over the floor, and then you just kind of throughout the rest of the scene, you see it on the floor and then all over him. I thought that was gross, but it doesn't get too bad after that, at least from my point of view. But like I said, the show's fairly creative. I like some of the bad guys. Homework Hydra, which was a fusion of a lot of the teachers and a fax machine or a copy machine. They become like this big Hydra. I thought that was kind of clever and funny. Soctopus, was an interesting character, which is like this intelligent sock that's kind of like an octopus. There's plenty of other characters that I didn't like. What is it? Smartsy Fartsy, which is an intelligent fart, just this gas of fart that's very intelligent. They wants to be respected, even though he's a gas, because everyone laughs at him. They're like, ah, look at the floating fart cloud. Everyone laughs at him. I didn't like that. I thought it was kind of gross seeing a little fart running around, or not too gross, but I didn't think it was funny. Like, that was the joke. It's like, I'm a smart fart, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not feeling it. And what was it? The first villain, Flappy something, or the gym teacher's butt grows big. I can't remember what they called him. I didn't like that one either. But like I said, when I first started watching it, the pacing was kind of off. I felt like it should have been 15-minute episodes instead of, because there's 13 24-minute episodes. I felt like they should have cut them in half and had the pacing go a lot faster. I think it would have made the episodes a lot better. But towards the end of it, the pacing got better and everything got better, and I enjoyed it a lot more, so that was good. Because like I said, when I first went into it, I just wasn't feeling it, but by the end of it, I thought it was an okay show. But it really isn't for me. I think it's more for the people who read the books and the people who really, really love the movie. And I'm sure there's plenty of other people who will watch it and enjoy it, but like I said, I didn't like the humor. The humor's just not there for me, which I love to laugh, so it's a comedic show, and if it can't really make me laugh, it kind of fails as a show. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad show or that you can't enjoy it, just that me as a person, I personally didn't love it. And I thought it was an okay show. And then, like I said, when I first started watching it, I didn't care for it. So going from not caring to thinking it's an okay show, they really improved towards the end. So I give this show a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 isn't bad. For me, I want to say 5 is like average. So it's a little bit above average because I like the animation. I love the style, how the characters and everything were drawn. I thought that was nice. Even though they try to save a lot of money by doing scenes where they have puppets and junk, which was kind of weird, but whatever. So that's it. Like I said, I thought it was an okay show, which is a lot better than being a bad show. Not the greatest show I've ever seen, but I definitely don't hate it. Like I said, I think if you enjoy the books and enjoy or really love the movie, you will enjoy the series. There's definitely an audience out there for this type of series, and I think they're gonna love it and they're gonna watch it, and that's good for them. It's not for me. I mean, I'll probably watch the next season if it comes out, but I'm just hoping they improve and they really, really capture me because, like I said, it's very creative and interesting. So, what'd you guys think if you saw it? Did you think it was bad? Did you think it was good? Do you like the movie? Do you like the book series? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out. Hey, if you like this video, we have several other awesome videos you can check out. And again, thanks for watching.